When it comes to relationships, it can be easy to fall into the trap of using emotional manipulation to make our point. But using the appeal to pity fallacy, also known as the argumentum ad misericordiam, is a logical fallacy that can prevent us from having a productive conversation. This tactic is often used by people who feel they don't have enough evidence to support their argument. So they attempt to emotionally manipulate their partner instead. Welcome to the Love Navigator and our video segment, Tuesdays with Mr. Romance RX. In this episode, we're going to be discussing a common but insidious tactic that can be used in relationships, the appeal to pity fallacy. As Cupid's brain trust, my goal is to help you navigate the complexities of love and relationships. And today we'll be offering practical advice on how to recognize and avoid this manipulation tactic, so you can build healthier and happier relationships. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Tip number 1. Recognize the appeal to pity fallacy. It's important to understand that relationships can be complicated. And sometimes we may unknowingly fall into patterns that aren't healthy or beneficial for either partner involved. One such pattern is the appeal to pity fallacy, where one partner uses their own personal problems or hardships to gain an unfair advantage or control over the other partner. This can take many forms, such as playing the victim and constantly seeking sympathy and attention, exaggerating their difficulties to make the other partner feel guilty or obligated to help, or even using their hardships as a way to justify poor behavior or mistreatment of their partner. Whatever form it takes, the appeal to pity fallacy is a manipulative tactic that can leave the other partner feeling emotionally drained, trapped, and unappreciated. It's important to be aware of this tactic and to recognize when it's being used in your own relationship. If you notice your partner constantly playing the victim, exaggerating their problems, or using their hardships to justify poor behavior or mistreatment of you, it's time to take a step back and reassess the situation. You deserve to be in a healthy and balanced relationship where both partners are respected, valued, and treated with kindness and compassion. Tip number 2. Be aware of your own emotions. It can be easy to fall into the trap of feeling sympathy or guilt. But it is important to be aware of your own emotions in a relationship, especially when it comes to emotional manipulation tactics like the appeal to pity fallacy. It can be easy to fall into the trap of feeling sympathy or guilt when your partner uses this tactic. But it's important to remember that this is not a valid reason to stay in an unhealthy or unhappy relationship. To have a healthy and fulfilling relationship, it's essential to recognize and validate your own feelings and needs. It's okay to prioritize your own emotional well-being. It's also important to protect yourself from being swayed by emotional manipulation. When your partner uses the appeal to pity fallacy, it's important to take a step back and reassess the situation. Are you staying in the relationship out of guilt or obligation? Are your own emotional needs being met? It's important to remember that a healthy relationship involves two partners who are supportive and understanding of each other's emotional needs. If you find yourself constantly feeling drained, unhappy, or emotionally manipulated, it may be time to reconsider the relationship. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where your emotional needs are met and your feelings are validated. Tip number 3. Communicate your boundaries. Communicating your boundaries is a crucial step in any healthy and fulfilling relationship. It's important to let your partner know that you will not accept manipulation tactics, and that you expect to be treated with respect and fairness in the relationship. Setting clear boundaries can be difficult, especially if you're not used to speaking up for yourself. However, it's essential to remember that you deserve to be in a relationship where your boundaries are respected, and your emotional well-being is prioritized. When communicating your boundaries, it's important to be clear and direct with your partner. Let them know what behaviors are unacceptable, and what you need from them to feel valued and respected in the relationship. Don't be afraid to speak up when you feel that your boundaries are being crossed, and be firm in your convictions. Remember, setting boundaries is not about controlling or limiting your partner's behavior. It's about creating a safe and respectful space where both partners can thrive emotionally and mentally. By communicating your boundaries, you're taking an active role in creating a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Of course, communication is a two-way street, so it's important to also listen to your partner's boundaries and needs. Open communication and mutual respect are keys to building a healthy and fulfilling relationship. So don't be afraid to communicate your boundaries, listen to your partner's needs, and work together to create a relationship that is built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Tip number 4. Seek outside help if necessary. It can be difficult to navigate a relationship where one partner consistently uses the appeal to pity fallacy as a way to manipulate or control the other. If this is a recurring issue in your relationship, seeking outside help from a therapist or counselor can be incredibly beneficial. It's important to remember that seeking outside help is not a sign of weakness or failure, but rather a courageous step towards improving your emotional well-being and the health of your relationship. A therapist can provide an objective perspective and help you understand the underlying issues that may be causing the appeal to pity fallacy in your relationship. They can also offer strategies for coping and communicating effectively with your partner so that you can create a more fulfilling and balanced relationship. It's important to prioritize your emotional well-being and not allow yourself to be constantly manipulated in a relationship. Seeking outside help is a powerful way to take control of your own happiness and create a more positive and supportive relationship dynamic. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel respected, valued, and heard. Seeking outside help can be a valuable tool in achieving this goal and building a relationship that is based on mutual respect, trust, and love. Tip number 5. Remember to take care of yourself. It's so important to prioritize your own emotional well-being in any relationship, especially when dealing with the appeal to pity fallacy. Remember that your happiness and well-being should always be a top priority. And don't let anyone make you feel guilty for taking care of yourself. Setting boundaries is a crucial part of taking care of yourself in a relationship. Make sure you are clear about your needs and expectations. And don't be afraid to communicate these boundaries to your partner. It's also important to practice self-care, whether that means taking time for yourself to do something you enjoy, getting enough rest, or seeking support from a therapist or counselor. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends and family members can also be incredibly helpful in maintaining a healthy perspective and providing emotional support. Don't be afraid to reach out to loved ones when you need support or just someone to talk to. Remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and fairness in a relationship. And don't settle for anything less. You have the right to express your feelings and needs, and to expect your partner to listen and respond with compassion and understanding. Above all, remember that taking care of yourself is not selfish or wrong. It's essential to maintaining a healthy and fulfilling relationship, and to living a happy and fulfilling life overall. Put your own needs first, and don't let anyone make you feel guilty for doing so. These are the 5 tips for breaking the cycle of the appeal to pity fallacy. It's important to remember that the appeal to pity fallacy is a manipulation tactic, and not a valid reason to stay in an unhealthy or unhappy relationship. But why is this awareness important? It's important to be aware of the appeal to pity fallacy in relationships because it can be a sign of an unhealthy dynamic. Remember, recognizing and avoiding this manipulation tactic is crucial for building healthy and happy relationships. When one partner attempts to win an argument by appealing to the emotions of the other, it can be a sign that the relationship is out of balance, and that the partners don't feel comfortable communicating in a healthy way. To avoid this fallacy, it's important for both partners to communicate openly and honestly, and to take the time to understand the other person's perspective. It's also important to recognize that the feelings of one partner should not be used to justify an argument and that logical evidence and facts should be used instead. That's all for today's episode of the Love Navigator. We hope you found our discussion on the appeal to pity fallacy informative and helpful. Remember to take care of yourself and surround yourself with supportive loved ones. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos and advice on navigating the world of love. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay navigated. We'll see you next time on Tuesdays with Mr. Romance RX.